as we've seen from Japan's past game against South Africa, they are fast and they are very well organised, so we'll have to maintain pressure on them for 80, 85 if it need to be, longer. So having players that are able to bring qualities to the team with their physical presence and their tactical nous, it's good to have someone who can bring some leadership things as well, because you have to think quickly on the paddock against Japan. They'll be trying, they've got every trick in the book to try and destabilise you, to try and move the ball, seize opportunities, and needs a focus from everybody. It'll need a focus from 23. Bigger than that, because the 31 players, they're all preparing for this game, and they're all queuing each other and trying to get the 23 that are going to be on the paddock as ready as possible. So it's been a great effort from the whole team so far, but we know we're still 2 days away. There's still some details to look at, and we know that they'll have a couple of surprises for us. So yeah, it's good to have players and a group there that's working hard for each other.
How important is it having somebody like Greg as captain and as your kind of that combination between you and him? How good is it to have a player like him to work alongside?
I think for me it's brilliant to have Greg alongside me, because we now we sort of know how each other play, and he's played obviously a lot more games than I have, so he's got the experience. So if I ever get caught out in a situation that I've not been in before or anything like that, he's always there to kind of sort of not steady the ship, but kind of he's got a better idea than me. So I think the two of us will together now having 11 caps together. We've sort of know how each other play and how we are with each other, so it's good. So it's good having that combination going into the World Cup.
And outside you've obviously got Matt and Mark as well. So what are the strengths of the two of them in the midfield? Bumming him up because he's sitting over there.
Well, Mark struggles to catch the ball, so it's not been the best last couple of weeks. But Matt and Mark, both great runners with the ball in hand when they can catch it. Both great runners with the ball in hand. It's a great strength of theirs, and I think the two of them work really well together. They sort of bounce off each other and stuff, and they kind of, as a 10, it makes my job a lot easier, because I know I've got good runners outside me, guys with good skills, and I know they're going to be in the right place when I need them to be there. So for me, it means I can sort of focus on my job rather than having to think about the guys outside me. I know that they can, they're going to take care of themselves, and they're even going to do more than that. They'll organise the forwards, organise maybe next plays. It just sort of takes a little bit of the weight off of me. I think it's, like I said, played with those two quite a bit now, so we know how each other work. So it's it's good having those boys outside, and hanging us all together, all the same.
How important is it, particularly with the way Japan played at the weekend? How important is it to get some sort of forward dominance very early in the game?
Yeah, I think it's massive. I think that Japan proved on the weekend they've got a really strong scrum. They mauled well against South Africa, and South Africa, you would go into that game saying that they're going to dominate set piece, and they've surprised them. But we've done our homework. We know this pack is one that's going to need a hell of a shift to overcome. And like you say, forward dominance is going to be the starting point, and it always is. But especially in this game, if we can dominate the scrum and line out drives, then it's going to set down a marker for the game, and certainly allow us to play our game and hopefully stop them playing theirs.
Greg's obviously an important guy in the team. He's a captain. He's a Gloucester player. But is there something else that Greg brings as well? You're very strong on the team ethos, and Greg in some way seems to exemplify that spirit.
He embodies Scotland and what it means to wear the jersey, and that's great to have somebody that represents it so well, and that sort of it gets transmitted through the team. But his drive as well. He wants to do well. He wants the team to do well. He wants Scotland to do well in this World Cup. So very motivated, very focused, and that of course he's got other players around him now that are offering, that are getting that from him as well, and they're able to push it through the team. So having Greg's very important as a leader, and he's in a way he's a temple guardian as well, and there's others around him, and they're all taking responsibility for what's coming. It's a very important couple of weeks, so without adding extra pressure, because there isn't. We don't need to. We know what we'd like to do and what we want to achieve, and those guys. It's good to have players like that that are prepared to take responsibility, front up and go. So I say hats off to them.